All spring long, we've been showing how we've been making these double screen board nukes to use to requeen colonies, and today we're in a yard that we have to do just that, requeen these colonies. We've already done a lot of colonies. A lot of our colonies have been requeened. We just have a handful of yards left to do. It's real early in the morning. The bees aren't hardly even flying yet, so that should be interesting. It's always nice later in the day when the field force is gone. Makes it easier to find a queen, easier to work a colony. So we've got to find all the queens in the bottom colonies, and that's the bottleneck in this system. In every other respect, it's a great technique for requeening, swarm control, boosting a colony just before honey flow, all of that. But the problem is, at some point, you've got to find that queen in the bottom box and remove her. So these were double deeps for a while during the beginning of the honey flow, and then at some point we shook the queen down, got the queen below an excluder, and that second box turned into a honey super. So we haven't been to this yard in a while. Cody, I think it might be like 3 weeks since we were here. I'm not sure. It feels like a long time. So I don't know how these are going to be. I hope they got a bunch of honey in them. We have another yard close by here that was pretty well packed, so I'm hoping this one's the same way. That's the way we operate. People question that. What do you mean you haven't been there for 3 weeks? We try to set our colonies up so we don't have to visit them really often. We don't have time. We can't. The way we do things, we can't micromanage our colonies. We have to set them up and hope that we've done the right thing according to what Mother Nature is going to do over the next few weeks. So we gave these colonies plenty of space. Hopefully they're full. And then also we're going to have honey supers that are going to go on. And this is another complication in this particular yard. That top nuke is going to get combined with the lower single-story colony. Then we'll put an empty super above it, and then an escape board, and all those honey supers are going to go up on top over the escape board. That's the way it is in this instance. And it's okay. The bees will filter down through the escape board steadily but slowly, so they won't overwhelm that nuke. And plus, by now, that nuke should be pretty stout. That's part of the key for this thing working. You don't want to do this with a little 2 or 3 frame nuke. Those nukes should be in pretty good shape by now, and they will take care of themselves when we combine things. We'll squirt a little sugar syrup on the lower colony, splash around a little syrup, make it interesting for the bees, give them something to do for a little while. What do you think, John? Are you ready to go?
What's up?
You ready to go?
Oh yeah, yes sir.
Okay.
Yep. We are ready.
A little early, but that's okay.
Yeah.
Looks good, Cody. Yeah. So this is the hard part. Quite often we have a queen doing a really good job in the bottom, and you're thinking to yourself, why do I want to kill this queen? And it's not just about what she's doing today, it's what she's going to be doing next late winter and spring. I think having new queens every year pays off. Sometimes we'll have a nuke that's not doing super good, and we'll choose to leave the lower queen if she's doing a really good job. But as long as that nuke's good, and John's nuke was, it had 7 frames of brood in it, doing a wonderful job. So no matter what this queen is doing down below, we will remove her, even if she's doing an excellent job. Gives us a better colony going into winter, and then again, late winter and early spring next year, it gives us a higher percentage of good colonies, giving us lots of assets for making nukes and packages. So Cody, you have a dilemma because you have 2 good queens there. The lower one made a new queen. I would put an excluder on the lower one and put a medium super on, and then put that other one back on top and make sure it's not too big. We can use it to fix problems later on, but for the time being we need to make sure it doesn't get too big and swarm on us. How many frames of brood were in that nuke?
6.
6, that's too many. Is there room in that bottom box to boost it with a little brood?
Probably.
It's okay to have like 9 frames of brood in the bottom. In fact, at this time it might even be a good thing. Some of these colonies were double or triple splits. Like if the queen was doing really bad, we just removed her at the time and put a cell in, and of course some of these will give us extra nukes, and that's what Cody's dealing with right now. Okay. Looks to me
It's got 7 in it right
7. Let's make it 9. Take 2 frames of brood out of the nuke. Doesn't matter what kind. The biggest frames of brood, the fullest, put them in the bottom. And that'll boost that lower colony and keep that upper nuke under control for a little while. Got to get creative sometimes. That's the art of beekeeping. You know, there's the science of beekeeping. Books tell you to do this, 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 and this. And then once you get into the colony, sometimes you have to be a little flexible and creative. And that is the art of beekeeping. You having trouble finding her, John?
No, I just got it.
Just got her, okay. John's good at finding queens, and Cody is too.
Yeah, sometimes.
Sometimes.
Yeah,
Yeah, there's always exceptions to the rule.
Right, no, there's sometimes.
So John,
like,
you got room. Take one of those frames of brood from Cody. Let's knock that nuke back to about 2 frames of brood up there, Cody.
Okay.
Everything else can go somewhere else. John can take one right now.
yeah, I can take one right.
And here comes our truck full of supers. Oh, you don't have room for it?
Yeah, if I take this food out, then it would be brood from wall to wall.
In other words, 10 frames of brood?
Well, they got the green frame also. It'd be 9 frames of brood plus the green frame. I could pull the green frame.
Does the green frame have brood in it? Take the green frame out.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, let's take that green frame out. You can slip that somewhere else.
Yeah, it is drone brood.
We'll take it out anyway. We'll put it somewhere else.
Okay. Oh, well, I guess it could go in the nuke.
It can go in the nuke for now.
Yeah.
They can babysit it.
There we go. All right.
Good morning.
Fails.
We kind of splash some sugar syrup around on the lower box. Okay, good deal.
There we go.
And then if you wanted to, and just for the video's sake, let's splash a little on that too.
Yeah,
Doesn't have to
okay.
be a lot.
Yep.
Splash a little on top, yeah. And then he's going to put an empty super on there, then an escape board, and that box of honey will go on top. Unless that box, tell me about that box of honey. Is it half full or full?
It's at least half. About half.
At least half?
Yeah, at least half.
Okay, well if it's got some space in it, put it back on.
Yeah, they've got space.
Yeah, let's do that. That way, we won't have to put an empty super on there.
Okay.
We're not putting our sourwood supers on yet because they're going to make a little mimosa and sumac and stuff like that for the next 10 days, and I don't want that in the supers that are going to be sourwood. Anyway, that works right there. If that box would have been plumb full of honey, we would have put an empty super on there with an escape board. Let's have a look at Cody's nuke over there. So far it's been looking good, Selena. And Selena's got a triple split here.
All cells from 428.
Okay, cells 428. All of these were cells 428.
This has a new queen bottom and top.
Oh, you got a new queen in the top and bottom of that too? Well, you have the same dilemma then. You're going to have to knock that back.
And we have a couple of spots.
Oh yeah, we could. I'll tell you what, Cody, we could put it right over there on that empty spot behind you. They should have hatching brood by now. I don't like to move things to a new spot unless they've got hatching brood because they will lose their field force, of course. And if they've got young bees from hatching brood, they'll be fine.
We got those bottom boards at the shop that we do, you know, anything.
It's awful full. Yeah, that looks really good. But you know, because if it's wall-to-wall brood, we can put an excluder and a super on it. Even though it's going to lose its field force in 7 to 10 days, it'll be ready again.
Okay, that's cool.
Oh yeah, that thing's crammed. I wouldn't be surprised if you find a swarm cell in that one. You have to be on the lookout for that. Well, that one doesn't look so hunky-dory.
Yeah, this one.
This
And
one
this
looks.
one has hatching brood, so do you want me to move that on too?
You got another empty. Yeah, you got another empty spot. Yeah, go ahead and move that. Of course, if both of those bottoms are a dud, then it'll come back and its home will be right here. Surely one of those is going to be good.
Yeah, this is going. They're just small.
Oh, just small? Okay.
And all that's filled. It's a.
Yeah, we can requeen with that.
Right, the bottom, I believe, is a new queen also. It's a.
It doesn't happen very often, but every once in a while the queen will show up on the underside of the lid. This nuke looks pretty good too. I'll bet this is a nice one.
This is an old queen, but
That bottom looks good, John.
yeah, and it's the old queen.
Oh, that's the old queen.
Yeah, that's what it says on the lid.
Okay.
It just says bottom queen. That's it.
Okay, find her and kill her. They'll be fine. That's big enough to requeen with. You didn't have a honey super on that, so
Right.
they'll combine nicely.
Okay, cool. All right.
This is another pretty stout nuke, isn't it?
Yes.
They're being pretty
Not too
easy
bad.
to get along with. I'm standing here without a veil. Of course, I shouldn't even have said that. I'll get off in a minute. This is a gentle yard of bees.
There she is. Man.
Yeah, I know. Blue dot.
Yeah.
Send her to Queen Heaven, John.
Okay, here we go. Yeah, her pattern from here is not looking the best anyways.
Well, we go in a frame or two. Oh, yeah.
But we requeen it
Yeah.
anyways. That's we're about to requeen it. Down there, that's the pollen.
Well, we didn't have any honey supers on there, so she wasn't doing great anyway.
Here we go. Right, right.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah. As I said, this is the time-consuming part, finding all these queens. A large commercial outfit would want no part of what we're doing here. Because we're smaller, we can kind of do things this way. That should have been full of brood, is it? Somebody's in there.
Some cells there at the bottom.
Yeah, look at that. They got too full too fast. You gotta figure out if you got a queen in there.
So Bob, I'm going to keep looking, but so far I don't see any eggs or
Yeah.
young larvae here.
My
Would
guess
you
is
keep the cells or just pull the cells and combine this?
Well, we got enough colonies in here.
Yeah.
Let's call the cells and combine that nuke on top and make it a queen right colony again.
Okay.
In fact, you can just clean them out as you go. Yeah.
Thank you.
We're running a little late. I guess that's the price you pay when you don't work your bees every single week. We'll create an upper entrance where the nuke used to be so they can go in. So Cody killed the queen down below. Splash sugar syrup around. Nuke goes on top. How heavy is that honey super?
Like less than half.
Less than half. Just put it on. If that thing was super full of bees, we would have splashed some sugar syrup on top of the second box too. That's going to be a good colony, Selena.
Oh, yeah.
Got all that brood there hatching. That nuke was no slouch. That's going to be a good colony. Okay. I'll get my veil on and act like I work here. Most of these colonies have 14 or 15, and in some cases maybe 16 frames of brood. And they're going to be excellent colonies for sourwood. Of course, they've got a brand new queen too. We opted to leave the honey supers on because they weren't entirely full. There's enough room to hold any honey that comes in over the next week and a half before we put fresh supers on for sourwood. And we'll come back in a week and a half, lift these supers up, put an escape on with some fresh supers, and they'll be ready for sourwood.